Hey there, YouTube world. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing fantastic. Oh yeah, I'm having my morning coffee here. Black coffee, no milk, some sugar. I got some unboxing for you guys today. So this is quite a big box for something not that big, but let's open it anyways. You all know what this is by the title of the video. So you all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this box is huge for its content. Huge and heavy. Oh yeah. Yep. So this is it. This is the content today. It's very actually it's pretty thin compared to the box that they sent, but it's very heavy. So yeah, let's open it up. Why they packaged it like this is beyond me. Maybe one of the reasons would be this Tintin comic book is no longer available online. So yeah, so this Tintin comic book is actually very rare and very expensive if you want to get it online. And if you want to buy it from me, tough luck because I'm not selling it, man. Good coffee. So this comic book is a first for me. And you can tell by the packaging that this is very precious, very delicate, you know. There it is. Tintin, the complete companion. Oh yeah. Hard cover, binded in plastic wrap. This is the first Tintin comic where I'm getting this plastic wrap. Awesome, man. So this is the actual cover, and this is the additional plastic cover. So just because of this plastic cover, this Tintin is very expensive. I'm not going to tell you how expensive it is, but it's very expensive. Yeah. Thanks to Abe Books for this comic book. Very rare Tintin comic book. So once we open it, this is what we get. A map of Tintin World. This is the Tintin World map. You can see so many things on this Tintin World map. So let's get our magnifying glass out and check out this map. This awesome Tintin map. The world of Tintin. You can see USSR here, or Russia, USSR. You can see all the places that Hergé or Georges Remus drew in his comic. Here you can see Europe. So this is actually signifying, there it is, Europe. So this is actually signifying all the Tintin adventures that Hergé drew for Tintin comic book. So reprinted in 2001 and 2002. So this is a 2002 edition, which makes it very rare. So this is a, excuse the lens focus, I'm filming on my mobile as usual. Uh, I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's 2002. I'll show it to you like this. Reprinted 2002. So this is a 2002 version, making it much more rare and much more expensive. So what this is, it's a complete companion. So it's got introduction, Land of the Soviets, Tintin in Congo, Tintin in America, Cigars of the Pharaoh, the whole lot, till Tintin and Alpha Art, also Tintin and the Picaros, and everything in between. So this book actually explains how Tintin started and what Tintin is. Tintin, an imaginary hero in a real world. So he's a fictional character in a real world. This is Georges Ramos, or Hergé, better known as Hergé, but he's a Belgian comic artist who drew all the Tintin comic books. So this book actually explains how he came to the conclusion of each and every adventure, how he drew, what he drew, and why he drew. So this is a very important book for Tintin collectors. You can call this as a Bible for Tintin, Tintin collector's Bible. So this is what it is. That's why it's so precious, and that's why it was sent in that box, in that manner. So this is actually more like a book. You'll have to read the entire thing sitting down in a quiet place, with no TV or mobile phone or no distraction. You got to read it, under a reading light, and you'll find out that most of the things that Hergé drew really actually existed. So this book explains what are the things that Hergé actually saw when he traveled around the world. Hergé did travel around the world. That's how he got most of his ideas of drawing Tintin comic book. Also, he went to a lot of museums and libraries, and he went through a lot of books. He did a lot of research. That's why Tintin comic book is so accurate when it comes to culture, when it comes to description of other races. No other comic book has done this, because the creators of those comic books did not travel the world, were not adventurous like Hergé was. So Hergé traveled around the world in his mind and his head, in his imagination, and drew Tintin accordingly. So he did a lot of research before he drew what he was drawing. So a lot of things were accurate, like this scene from Tintin in Congo. This is an actual illustration of the Belgian Empire back in those days. It looks like British, but they were Belgians. So every single thing has been explained, every single thing has been detailed, and every single thing has been, explained why Hergé drew and where he drew it from. So this is the Tintin Bible that the Tintin collectors or Tintin fans, die-hard Tintin fans, actually need. So this is a real actual photograph of a Chicago skyscraper. That's where Hergé drew it from this photo. So these were all from his archive, his library, his studio, Tintin comic studio. That's how he drew each and every adventure. So this explains all the adventures, each and every adventure, how he met Chang. And I don't know if you know, but Chang is a real person, a real good friend of Hergé. Thompson and Thompson. So this is the real Thompson and Thompson. This is where he got Thompson and Thompson from, the character. They were real actual twin police. Yeah, they were real, man. So yeah, Chang is actually real. He went to China and met Chang, his real friend, his buddy, Chang, his best friend. So, and he actually witnessed a lot of things, and he took some pictures, and that's where he got those ideas for drawing Tintin. This is the actual photo of China at that time when Hergé or Georges Ramos visited China. This is what Tintin is all about, the world, the entire world. This is the actual picture of the ship. So yeah, the broken ear, the tribes, everything is detailed on this book. How he came to the conclusion of drawing Tintin comic characters and Tintin comic uh, what do you call those plots, and how he actually imitated. This is actually art imitating real life, or real life imitating art, whatever, however you want to call it. So, absolutely gorgeous book. I love this book. This is my best investment ever. So, the tribes in the Middle East, crab with the golden claws. So, the real picture, and then there's the depiction of Hergé's drawing. That's why. That's why Tintin. If you read Tintin, you know, boys and girls, those who are watching now, the new generation. If you read Tintin, you're gonna know the world better than any history book. This is how I got to know the world. This is how I became an adventurer. This is why I travel so much in my adult life, because of Tintin comic book. I traveled, and I feel like I'm Tintin traveling around the world. The world is a superb, superb and very, very interesting place. If you know where to go and what to look for, then you will have the same adventure as Tintin. Just make sure that you're being careful. This is the original art from where the Inca art. There's a painting actually where Hergé got this Prisoners of the Sun scene from. This is an actual Indian art. The Incas, Prisoners of the Sun. Abdullah is also real. Yep, Abdullah is real. The Sheikh is real. He drew them from real life. The black gold. This rocket was real. This was like a test rocket. That's how Hergé got the idea of the rocket. And he read a lot of, book. Astrology books. He read them all, and then he, soaked up all the ideas about space of that time, because they had very limited contents on space and how everything works. Nowadays, you can just Google it and everything will come out. But Hergé, he had to do a lot of research. He had to go to libraries. He had to watch TV. There were TVs that time when Hergé was alive. So he had to watch the news. He had to go into museum, collect pictures, did his research, and he just drew them all on this table. This is where he drew Tintin comic book. Hergé passed out after all the hard work. Absolutely gorgeous. I can go on and on and on about all the adventures of Tintin, but this Bible is a must-have for all the Tintin comic book fans. You'll know that how beautiful Tintin adventures are, how accurate they are to real life, and absolutely fantastic. That's all I have to say. Tintin comic book is absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad I spent money on this Tintin Bible. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. Oh yeah. So this is the rough. This is how Hergé drew Tintin. This is how he roughed it out, and then he inked it, and then he never painted Tintin. Someone else did the painting, the coloring for him. So yeah. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of the Tintin Bible, or also known as Tintin the Complete Companion.